Sigler. Sorry, part two of the GFL Champion, chapters 21 to God knows what. And thinking, it's like, yes, Sigler, you've taken Quentin Barnes through each one of these books, achieving, and she lists out kind of his achievements of bringing the prowess into the thing of visiting the Portath Cloud, of of unifying the team, unifying the teams together, all the stuff, becoming a god of, averting a war with the by his influence with the Sklorno being kind of the living god. It's like all the things that he's managed to do. It's like and you have the media at your beck and call. They will report anything you say. You'll be able to set the story points before government does, because the Abernathy, yes, they're coming, but she figures the scouts have already come and probably infiltrated into the highest points of government. She knows this because they tried the same thing with the Proweth, but what didn't know is the Proweth basically, they worshipped her as a living god. Their highest goal achievement thing is to merge with her. So you can't bribe them. So they were discovered. That obviously not to be said for stuff like the Purist nations or a whole bunch of these other places that are ruled by the Karatokian Empire, which really grinds everyone else down. It's like those very immensely bribable people. But Quentin just says like, no, it's got nothing to do with me. I am just a football player. You know, not to do with me. It's like, if you do not help us within 2 years, they will attack. If we're ununified, there won't be any more football. There won't be any more of your family. Everyone will be dead. Everyone, every single one. But he's like, no, no, no. And George McKay, the guy, he George Packer, can't remember his name, comes, the guy who tries to like educate him, kind of comes to him and says like, look, you need to meet with these people, and like we kind of various people, to try and kind of unify things and get the warriors going. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do that, and he refuses again. So he's really against all this stuff. Additionally, the one of his Sklorno linebackers stops when on one of the punch trips in the middle of space. They come and they approach him, board the ship, get permission to board the ship. And it's like, oh, it's Richmond, the guy who I used to play with, and now he's the head of the church, and he has magic. And it turns out the magic he has is Quentin Barnes' severed pinky finger cast in gold. It's what he enabled him to take over the church. And it's like, basically, you should know that the Karatokians, getting the name wrong, they're they're getting really nervous about the church. They think you're at 65 million, and if you get to 100 million, they'll probably want to assassinate you. It's like, and it's just like, but they think I am. Well, what actually am I? Oh, you're probably about 215 billion or whatever. It's like immense numbers, immense numbers. So he is a living god who's got like, and he's kind of shaken. It's like more people than on the Purist nation, more people in the mining colonies. It's like, oh God, he's complete God. And he's like, and we just had a whole thing where he's like really freaked out because the Sklorno, um, they 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 have cannibalism. They kill and cook a good hunk of their population, because if not, they'd have insane overpopulation problems. And Quentin's like really freaked out about that, and does tell them that the church, it's like, no one should, you know, hurt anyone anymore. They shouldn't eat anybody anymore. And it's like, you're really sticking your oar in and stuff you don't understand. And you're probably going to multiply your followers insanely even more, which will probably come in handy for when with the coming battle coming up. But um, in the short term, your church is going to explode in size, and that's going to be pretty hard to explain to the Teotihuacan Empire and stuff like that. So yeah, that is all happening in the Champion this time, which as always I am continuing to enjoy. It's got short, snappy chapters, really clearly written. Um, Sigler's audio is just impeccable. He's great at doing all the voices for this stuff. All the voices for this stuff. It's like it's just yeah, it's a fun audio experience as well as fun storytelling. Um, yeah, yeah, quite enjoying. All right, I will leave it there for tonight. More videos later.